Hi, guys, and welcome to the Horror Room. So, got a little bit of a haul to show off this week. Some good and some bad. I guess we should get the bad out of the way first because I was very disappointed. Found this out of Goodwill, and my girlfriend actually showed it to me, and she said, "You got to get this," and I was like, "Okay." Um, and we was like, "Oh, it takes batteries. We got to get the batteries." So I got the batteries, bring them home. Needless to say, even though it didn't seem like there was any damage to the battery compartment, it's not working. We found the on and off switch, toggled it. Sucks, but these things happen. But it is still kind of a cool piece. Uh, I don't know what the hell it's from. I don't know what it's called, but it's like this little cemetery gate thing. It's got like skulls that look like they light up. Uh, this guy's got like a little stick on him, so I guess he's supposed to like dance or wiggle. So maybe it plays Thriller. Maybe he just like laughs and moves. I don't know. If you guys have seen or heard this thing before, let me know. Link a video too if you know a working video. I'd love to see what this thing actually does. But for now, it's just a $5 decoration, which I'm fine with. It doesn't bother me. Not just fine. I have another one that I bought a while back. This little pumpkin that doesn't do anything either, and I put fresh batteries in him, and yeah, he just doesn't want to do anything. But then I got things like this little ghost, and he works just fine. Maybe if I can get him to. Oh, he did work. There he goes. It looks cooler with the lights off, but so yeah, I collect little knickknacks like that. But we're not here to talk about knickknacks and paddywhacks and giving dogs bones. We're here to talk about the movies that I picked up for next to nothing. Um, I went to the exchange, said, you know what, there's some stuff missing from my collection, movies that I haven't seen in a while, and I need to give them another shot. The first one, I was like, you know what, I've heard people say that they like this movie, and I didn't like it for whatever reason, so I need to give it another chance. And that's Dead Silence. This is the unrated from the writers and director of Saw. Ooh. Now, I will say, although I can't remember why I didn't like this movie, I can definitely tell you I do not like the back of this DVD. That is the ugliest face. There's no screenshots. It's just jarring. But yeah, it's a Universal movie. It's got ventriloquist dummies in it. That's kind of cool. Um, Maybe it is a bad movie. Maybe it's fine. It was like a couple dollars. I was like, you know what? I want to give it another shot. Um, and then I know we did talk about Eli Roth and Rob Zombie films recently. And I was thinking about, showing the different movies that I was talking about, but I didn't have a lot of the movies, especially when it came to Eli Roth. I didn't have Cabin Fever. And this is the rated version. I'm pretty sure there's an unrated version out there. Um, if I find it, I will probably get it. Now, one thing I do remember about this release that I do like is it has some of the shorts that Eli Roth used to make called the Rotten Fruits, which are just ridiculously offensive, like claymation, where he's like saying British cuss words all the time. It's ridiculous. It's like Wallace and Gromit meets South Park. Um, but this is the movie where the kid says pancakes a million times and like does karate. It's ridiculous, but hey, it's a lot better than the remake. I did not like the remake. Then we have a movie that I have not seen in a long time, and I'm going to take it down a trip down memory lane. Uh, I rented this movie back in the day, and I am a little creeped out by alien stuff. Like, I don't know. I think there's a possibility about aliens could be out there probing and stuff like that. I don't think that really happens, but um, I know one of the things I saw back in the day that used to creep me out was the McPherson tapes. If you remember that, the way they aired it, it just looked like they cut to it like it was real. Like, hey, we found this footage. We're going to show it to you now. It's real. I remember there were like no credits, no music. It's just like home footage. So seeing that on live TV was pretty creepy back in the day. Now, I have gone back and watched the McPherson tapes. Maybe I'll do a video about that someday because it is pretty hilarious that anyone would think that was real. Um, but this movie, whoa, freaked me the hell out. Now, I know when most people think about scary alien movies, the one that always jumps to their mind is Fire in the Sky. I haven't seen that, but I have seen the abduction scene, and that is nightmare fuel. Let me tell you. Like, if I would have seen that in place of this movie, probably would have had the same effect. But let's just say the effect that this movie had was because I was under the influence of a certain substance. We're not gonna say what, but you can probably do the math if you add 4 plus 20. Oh, oops. Um, anyways, the fourth kind with Mia Jovovich. Now, she's known for the Resident Evil movies, those horrible abominations of movies. But the fourth kind is kind of a, Blair Witch style, but aliens. And it gets pretty freaky. So I was like, I haven't seen that in a while. Maybe I will recreate my first watching experience, see if it's as terrifying. Maybe, who knows? And then back to the Eli Roth, Rob Zombie thing. I had another movie that I was like, you know what? I don't have this one. I've only seen it once. I didn't like it, but you know what? I would watch this over The Monsters again any day. And that's Lords of Salem. Now tell me why this was like $8 to $10, and they had a Blu-ray. I was gonna get the Blu-ray, but it was all scuffed up. This one was sealed, so someone bought it, and then they're like, "Nah, never mind, I don't want it." And everyone always jokes about, oh, Rob Zombie starring Sherry Moon Zombie. This literally stars his wife. So yeah, I wouldn't say she's the star of Devil's Rejects or Halloween. She's a supporting character. But yeah, she's the star of this movie, and I don't know. I want to remember, like, I think the ending was a little, like, weird and just random, but that was kind of Rob Zombie's style, especially if you watch his music videos. So it's kind of like watching a music video, but, longer. Now, whether that's good or bad, that's up to you. Last but not least, the unexpected, undisputed champion of the fines, and you're going to be very confused when you see this. Drenched in Blood, 4 movies in one. Right? This just looks like one of those shit multi-packs that you can find in like a dollar store or like Walmart used to carry, right? True, but it has Tales of Terror, Devil's Moon, Gargoyles. That sounds interesting. And this movie, which I did watch a couple months ago with a friend, we made a whole night of it, and it was so much fun. Fungicide. And I'm pretty sure you can watch that movie for free on YouTube. In fact, if I can find that movie, it's going to be in the description. So go check it out, because it is a dumb, fun time. If you like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, think like that meets Wood Chipper Massacre levels of bad acting. It's so much fun. We had a blast watching it. The effects are perfect old shitty computer graphics. So that was the only reason I bought this movie. I'm going to read you the synopsis for that movie, and then we're going to go through the other ones too, because I don't know what these are. But Fungicide, 5 strangers, 1 chance to save the world. When a crazed scientist takes a forced vacation, the other guests at the bed and breakfast experience a unbelievable horror. Killer mushrooms. Unleashed upon the populace, the terror spreads. As the body count rises, the blood-drenched horror magnifies. Mushrooms attack from all sides until the truth is revealed in an all-out battle for survival. Now, it's a 90-minute. It's a full hour and a half. Made in 2004. A lot of these, it says 2004, 2003 for most of these. The best way to describe the ending is like, it reminds me of those old, early YouTube videos where people would like take Adobe or whatever effects program they had installed in the computer and make like Matrix videos or Kai Blast battles, like Dragon Ball Z style. That's the level of quality you're working with these mushrooms and the blood sprays, and it's so bad, but it's so good. You got to appreciate the type of cheesy fun that you're into. So I say watch this movie, grab a couple beers, grab some buddies, and just have a good time. You're not going to get cinema gold, but you're going to get some laughs and at least an entertaining hour and a half. Um, so we have some other movies on here. Let's see what Gorgoyles is about. In his dark, murky office, this being from the underworld, Uncle Dodo, selects two psycho twisted original horror movies and presents them to his gorehound friends. First up is The Holy Terror. A man is possessed by a demonic entity and he has both the Catholic Church and Satanists after him. He will have to fight both sides in order to stay alive and keep his sanity. Then, Berserkers. In a futuristic society where zombies have taken over the world, two women escape the decaying city to join a mysterious group of survivors living in the woods. This is when they will face the root of all evil. Welcome to Gorgoyles. So this is an anthology. You get two for the price of one. That's even better. Uh, all of these are 90 minutes except the last one. Oh my gosh. Let's keep going. Devil's Moon. Cody is having a very bad weekend. After losing his wife and his job, he is forced to help the one person he despises the most, his former supervisor, Allison Cartwright. That name sounds so familiar. Allison is also having a very bad weekend. Her car has broken down on a deserted mountain road, and she ends up accepting a ride from the wrong person. Soon she finds herself in the clutches of the most vile serial killer and rapist alive, Samuel Parks. Samuel has taken his satanic devotion to the limit, sacrificing his unfortunate victims as offerings to his evil lord in hopes of gaining immortality. In a twist of fate, Cody comes to Allison's rescue, but they both find themselves lost in the dark woods with a murderous butcher hot on their trail. Okay, that one sounds pretty entertaining. I was not expecting to hear the R word in the description, so I'm sorry. Usually I try to censor words like that, even if they're not in the context that would, demonetize. Not that I'm even monetized at all, but, just never too safe. Anyways, Tales of Terror, the final one. From the international horror host, Dr. Shock comes an inspired bit of lunacy in 4 mini movies. So we have another anthology. So you're getting like 8 movies on here, technically. Uh, the, 4 mini movies. The Town That Loved Pizza. Townspeople turn up missing after 2 lowly cooks move in and open a pizzeria. The Garden Tool Murders. Mayhem is unleashed during preparation of Miss Weedfield's Cherry Festival. Demon's Day. Lucifer is cloned, which leads to the ultimate battle in Hells. In Hells? So there's more than one hell? They cloned hell? I don't know. And Bullet for a Vampire. Witness the bloodlust in a tale of murder, revenge, and immortality. Wow. So, just based off of these descriptions alone, I think I'm going to have to watch these other 3 and have even more laughs. So, I don't know. I guess if you guys like schlocky B, these are probably homemade movies too. Most of them. So, yeah. Check out Drenched in Blood. I know I'm going to. I'm probably going to watch that before any of the other ones I bought. So yeah, my little haul. I was excited about that. Like I said, I'm going to leave Fungicide if I can find it. Or maybe if you're watching this in the future and the link doesn't work, I'm sorry, but it was on YouTube for free. I don't see it getting copyright striked, so who knows. But if you can watch it, give it a shot, and I'll see you next time.